Hi everybody, I'm Kate Foggo, this is Julie Hurt, and together we are making light to humans being very busy. So I've only literally just still editing last week's, which was all about busyness, and we both committed at the end of it, rather rashly, to trying to do less. I know from having spoken to you on Monday, but we both had a serious meltdown, as did, interestingly, the other ladies on the call. I think everybody feels it this time of year, about stuff and everything. But so this will be another quick one, mostly because we've been chatting and we both have other things that need to get done. But we thought we would just. What was that?
I said because we're freaking busy. God.
But it was interesting because writing down the notes for the show notes as I was editing it, and it was all about you can't create a business of ease from a place of stress, and then there's all these other reinforcements. So I'm like, but I feel better today, to be honest. But I had a very long chat actually with my beautiful friend Louise, who does a lot of working of feelings, of emotions in the body, and it's all about the embodiment of what you feel. And I think I don't know if this affects you, because I think you believe you have a proper job now, whereas I don't. I guess I was just getting so frustrated because it's like I'm not even getting paid for this. Like if I was, when I was on a big fat wage, came with the territory, I would be resentful of it, but it's like you take some money, you makes your choice misses. That's what you chose to do. Whereas now it's like I'm doing all this for nothing. Like, why am I so busy? And then being angry about trying to choose the things I did, because we had a call on the Monday night, and it's for our soul level intuitive coach group where we get together. So we've got the soul level animal communicators, which is a bigger group, and then there's a smaller group subset of that, which is coaches, and it's always nice to get together. And they very kindly have alternated the meeting so that every second month it's not like at 10 o'clock at night, it's at 8 o'clock. So I sort of feel not obliged to go, but I'd like to go. It's nice that they've made the effort to include us Europeans, although I think there's one other European now. But and so I was sitting at dinner and I was like, oh, I've got another meeting, guys. Well, don't go. I was like, well, yeah, but I wanna, it's like I'm torn between all these things that I want to do, but I feel the stress of having to do them. And then it's like, well, it's your own frigging fault, Kate, because you don't have to. Nobody's making you do this. It's like, yeah, but I want it. And he's like, well, don't. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't do it. And I don't take advice from you. I'm the clever one. Like, I'm the spiritual one. I don't need to. It's like, he's like, I told you all this stuff before. You don't listen to me. It's like, and then of course I'm, just getting all angry about that. I don't know if you recognize that, but it's like when we do this, and I have another lady I do healing with every week, and then I have Louise who I do healing with every week, and it's like I don't want to stop doing them, even though I get overwhelmed by seeing meetings and having to do things. I don't really want to stop because I get so much benefit from them. But Louise said two things that are very important. One of them is that because we're not getting paid, we feel that we are not entitled to overwhelm. And she said it's just nonsense. Like, your body doesn't care.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Your body doesn't, when I look at people getting paid and getting stressed, and you're like, well, you bought into that lifestyle, but it's sort of like they're allowed their stress. But those of us that have danced off to the sunset to make a better life, we're not allowed to get stressed because this is all our choice. Right. And she's saying, and that's all nonsense. We know it's nonsense, but it's very much ingrained in us that, because I don't know about you, although Gary doesn't necessarily say it, this is largely me, but he doesn't dispel this feeling I have. But I think he does it. I think that's just him. I don't know that he really thinks it through, even if he cares that much. I don't know. This idea that I just sit in front of playing Doom. I just sit in front of Zoom and chat a lot, and like, not, it's sort of like, how could you possibly get stressed? Like, what's your fucking problem? Like, you choose your own hours, you sit around and chat. Like, what's your problem? So there's all of that going on as well. How dare you get stressed? So that's what Louise said, is your body doesn't know the difference. As far as your body's concerned, stress is stress. The other thing is that just because of things you want to do doesn't mean it's not still a responsibility, because again, that's something I learned when I sort of stopped work and actually started to socialize again, because I hadn't socialized really for years, is that that's still tiring. Even when you're doing stuff that you really want to do, it's still taxing on the body, it's still taxing on your mind, it's still going out, it's still, so, but you're not allowed to get stressed about those things. And I didn't know, because like for 15 years, I don't know about you, I never got stressed doing my own thing, because I never really did my own thing. So, and then the third thing that she made me write it down somewhere is it when you have been, for everybody, and everybody can look back to times of stress, your body does not forget stress. And we're done with it. I had it here a minute ago, but basically, I've had a major breakdown, shall we say. Your body recognizes the signs of stress. The fact that they are over things that you don't think you're entitled to get stressed about, it is neither here nor there. Your body is going, you are now helter skelter towards a breakdown or stress or whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to be the whole shebang, obviously, but your body's warning you. Yeah. You are overwhelmed, you're doing too much. Your body doesn't care that there are things that you don't think should stress you. Your body doesn't recognize.
Hold on.
That
Hold on just a second. Yep. All right, everyone, sorry for the interruption. I actually have a work team here helping me with some stuff in the basement with mice, in a good way. So sorry, I had to interrupt Kate there. So continue on, Kate.
No, that I've said my piece. It's your turn. It was really just that I found it actually, the body has a memory of overwhelm, and like the body doesn't care what it is you're getting overwhelmed about. Just because you don't think it's worthy, just because you're not getting paid for your stress, does not make it, as far as the body's concerned, you're still stressed. So that was what I was going to say, and we can get reaction from you, and then you can go on to the social media and how that affects stress.
Yeah. So it's so interesting that this is the topic, because my part of the meltdown on Monday was I'm house and dog sitting for my sister. So I'm sitting in my house right now because we're having this work done today, but I'm actually all the way across town since Saturday. And it has been, I didn't want to do it. Brad really wanted to do it. And it's just caused a lot of, I'm not in my house. It's not like about my things, but it's just this rhythm. And we also have, this whole area where we can walk Lucas, and we don't have that over there, even though they have a nice yard. But they have this other dog, they have two, and one of them is a younger Bernese mountain dog, and he just requires a lot of attention, and it's just stressful. Plus Brad's kids are coming, and they're going to be at her house. It's not my house. So there's like this whole, like, what the hell, why did this happen? So there's just this whole sense of overwhelm, and it does trigger that contribution thing too that we have continuing. What's also interesting though to me is, so Sunday I was driving, or Monday, wait, what's today, Wednesday? Monday I was driving from her house to here to grab some stuff, do some stuff, and to actually give Lucas a proper walk, because I can't walk all three dogs at the same time. So my sisters hired a dog walker for them, so that then I can come over here and just let Lucas be Lucas. And it actually really helped me until he actually killed a mouse in the preserve on Monday, which pissed me off. And then I have no patience. So my tempers, I usually have patience, not right now. Anyways, you can see. So so as I'm driving, I'm just like, I know that stuff's going on, both metaphysically, it's also manifesting itself physically. I haven't felt well. I've been getting weird abdominal pains. My entire back has been on fire. So I know that stuff is going on. At least in part of this training, I now know all the things that when this stuff happens, it's sitting in my body. So as I'm driving, my guide said to me, so I have a friend in Anchorage who was she's a friend, but she was also a cranial sacral massage therapist, and she does color punch, and she does tuning forks. And she, oh my God, for the years that we lived there, she took such good care of me. So when I go there, I always make sure to see her, have a massage, catch up, and all that stuff. She's actually the one that recommended I start to learn how to do animal communication. So as I'm driving, my guide say, you need to contact her. So I contacted her on Monday, and I said, I just need some help. and she can do distance energy healing. And so, but I have to be present when she does it. And oh my God, the stuff that came up yesterday, it was really, really helpful. And I could feel things releasing. But it's this whole notion. She said to me, the reason why, she goes, you don't feel like you have a lot of energy right now, right? And I said, yeah, and I know it's a solstice. Today's a solstice, happy solstice. And I know that energy and it's a time to reflect. She's like, no, 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 no. You don't have any power, like physical, like plug-in type of power, like, you know, because you've given yours away. You keep giving all of your power and your energy away. And so you don't have any left for yourself. And I'm like, oh, really? I'd never thought of that. Never thought of that. And it's true, because
What does that mean to you? Because I know people say that a lot, and they don't use it consistently. So explain what that means, to give your power away, and give us an example.
Yeah, I mean, there's one way where, like, if I'm in a situation and I let someone else speak for me, that's giving away my power, right? There's that. That's not what she was talking about. Because I'm doing all these other things for other people, i.e., taking care of my sister's house, and I don't want to, worrying about my mom and dad, and I don't want to, and they don't want me to either. And, you know, doing different things that are outside of what I want to do, and not saying the phrase, no, I don't want to do that. Not like I don't have time for that, but I don't want to do that is the phrase she told me to use. Then I'm giving the energy that I would have to do something that I want to do. Yes. I'm giving that energy away.
So that's a very literal I would also say that when you allow things to upset you or get you, things that you can't control, I think that's another way of giving your power away. You know, because you are allowing then external things to influence your feelings, and the way you react to things, which of course we all know in an ideal world we would all be completely unaffected by everybody else, but that's interesting. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so that just really made me think yesterday, because what's so also interesting is that of late, my daily horoscope has been about, take a look at the routines that you're doing now and look at what you don't want to do and what you want to continue to do. Because astrologically, the solstice means the beginning of the new year. It's not so much January 1st. So this whole time right now is this whole energetic thing. So really think about what you want to let go of and what you want to bring with you. And so I actually did spend 2+ hours yesterday thinking on that, just to think, what is it that I really want to do? And it keeps emphasizing too, like now today it's emphasizing wellness, routines for wellness, and I think personal growth, those two things, which I know I'm realizing, like, the morning for me is that time to actually spend time, you know, that's my big walk with Lucas in the preserve, and I love that. And then also just being able to spend time to read and reflect on what I'm reading. And so I actually changed my hours so instead of Mondays starting at 10, I'll now start at noon, and I'll leave a couple days that are longer, but I'm actually going to kind of shorten up some other days. So
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's a delivery.
Okay. All right. I'll pause. So I was talking about shortening my hours, when it's so interesting that we are getting interrupted today.
Cannot create a life of ease from a position of stress, Julie.
Right.
And the more stressed you are, then everything conspires against you, it seems. We're just attracting interruptions.
Yeah. Attracting interruptions so that we can just calm down.
That we can feel bad about ourselves.
Yeah.
No, it's just, you know, when you get interrupted, you're like, come on. So if you're feeling like that anyway, then you're attracting, the universe will goes out, what you want, here you go.
Oh, yeah.
So you are cutting, so things you're going to let go of. Yeah.
So the other thing that to talk about what to let go of is, I've just been thinking about social media.
You don't know how happy that makes me. Julie and I have an ongoing battle not battle, that's too strong, because
Conversation.
I don't wanna. And then Julie's from a marketing background, so I'm afraid I do sort of in order to justify it to myself, I go, well, look, Julie's from a marketing background, so part of me thinks that she knows, and then I think another part of me thinks, yeah, but you bought into all this, whereas I'm not. I'm like, I do get that people want to get to know you and that people need to know you're alive. And if you don't have a Facebook page, people think that maybe your business, I get that side of it. Beyond that, I'm like, I hate it. I hate watching chickens. Sorry, I know I'm interrupting, but I had to dig out. We was thick with snow and I had to dig out a path all the way. And it's so funny watching them because they just topple on behind me, like three little hens just walking on behind me. And I really enjoyed that. And it's so sweet and it's so funny. And I'm trying to video it for fucking Facebook and TikTok. It's like, I'm not enjoying the moment. I'm trying to frame it so someone else can enjoy it. And it's like, I don't want to do this. I mean, yes, it is genuine for me because I love it and I love to share that. But the mechanics of doing it take you out of the moment. I then have to fucking, and in the end, I just put my phone away. I was like, I can't capture it. It's a special moment with me and my little chickens because they just look, three little hens just walk along behind me, because they hate the snow and they're just behind me going, oh, come on, help me, mummy. So anyway, so you don't know how mind you haven't told me what you're going to do. Maybe you're stepping it up.
Oh no, like when you saw, I'm just exhausted. No, so I think, can you hear the workmen underneath my feet? Anyway, good. I think, so what I am enjoying is doing videos on YouTube, either they're no longer than 10 minutes, but also maybe just doing some shorts from time to time and using those as reels. I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm actually thinking I'm going to just completely kill my TikTok, which for those of you in the United States, if you're not familiar, we're recording this on December 21st, which is the solstice. But our Congress right now is debating a bill to keep our government working so that the government doesn't shut down. Insert eye roll here. Anyway, but part of that package that they're debating, it's like a 1,000-page bill, is to ban TikTok from government mobile devices. And the movement is to potentially ban TikTok in the United States.
What about freedom of speech?
Huh? Say what?
Well, I thought
there's
the
freedom of
Americans were.
speech. Yeah, there's freedom of speech, but there's also data mining from the Chinese that they're worried about. I don't know. I'm not going to get it. I don't understand it all. But I haven't actually enjoyed TikTok myself, so I think I'm just gonna kill
Yeah,
it.
I do. I quite like TikTok because it's I would say real people. I don't know that it's real, but it's like that you don't have everything's really beautifully framed and someone spent 20 minutes putting on makeup and that, it's very conglomeration of ordinary people, shall we say, doing ridiculous things. So that's what I like about it. But then my scope of social media is very limited. Yeah. And I'm very I don't know, I just find that if I want to be truly authentic to myself, which is all part of what we're trying to do, what do you enjoy? Now, like you, there are things that I do get excited about, but then it all just gets crushingly overwhelming because I have to do it at a certain, and if you're not doing it, and I'm just like, I've got the Shed account, 3 accounts. I've got TikTok on the Shed, Instagram on the Shed, Facebook on the Shed. To be fair, Facebook book and Instagram I do together. Then I've got it for my own business, and it's just like, and then but here's what, because I know we've got to go in a minute. While you were talking to your workman, I did a quick, I pulled the cards for what do I need to know about social media? Because from my perspective, I want to stop, and because if I do it, I want to do it because it's fun or but I know that increasingly I'm only doing it because you think I should, and because Danielle's very big on social media, and a lot of people are. My actual beliefs of law of attraction are, if you think you need to do social media, you need to because you think it's important and therefore you're doing the right thing. If you don't think you do, then you don't. Like, people will find you. Now, I'm in the latter camp, but my insecurities about doing it are playing up. So the fact that you might back off a bit, I want to believe that, I don't need to do social media, or that I will be inspired to do it for different reasons if that's what's required, as opposed to this needing to do it and resenting it. So the first card, I did a 2-card spread. So the first card is just like the sort of lens through which you view the reading, and that was a crow's spirit, which is to co-create with Spirit. These are such beautiful cards. I can't tell you how.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I love
Um,
Corvids. God bless. Damn, why did they name it COVID?
them and
Messes
the
up my
magpies.
bird stuff.
As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing, how every intention can call a universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience? So basically, it's all law of attraction, right? And about the beauty of the world and how it supports you and that universe is supporting you. Crow Spirit says you're right on target to see your dreams magically come into being in a visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours. Blah, 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 blah. Spirit is your co-creation partner. Then this is my first step, first action. And that's Dear Spirit. Are they the right way around for you?
Yeah.
They're not for me. And that is bring a gentle touch. The time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might find yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. Be mindful of the words you choose. You have the ability to be sure-footed and confident. It goes on, but it's basically talking. This is the interesting bit. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of the deer, and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. And it goes on. So to me, that sort of means, again, reinforcing the fact that the universe will take care of me, and that perhaps is moderation for me, not to go screaming into I'm giving up social media, but perhaps to find a gentle way to extract myself without pissing people off, because I don't imagine that anybody on social media wants you to go, I'm not fucking doing this anymore because actually I can't be asked.
No.
I can't be bothered what you think of me anymore, so I'm going to stop posting. So I do appreciate, thank you universe, for reminding me that, you know, these people are still and actually, let's face it, the people that read my social media are my friends. They're not necessarily potential clients at all. Do you want to speak to that, Julie?
Yeah, so that's also been my experience. I will also say that I will still participate in social media. I'm going to pick the platforms that I enjoy interacting with the most, which is for me, YouTube and Instagram. Facebook comes along for the ride because it's part of Meta. It doesn't matter. I don't really care, but it's just, that feels so much better to me. And then I have to actually like figure out time, but I'm also, if I don't feel like posting, I'm not going to post. I'm only going to start to do it when I feel like doing it. I actually come up with when I'm walking and with Lucas and I'm, I'm grounded, I'm in the moment, I'm talking to all the, all the entities that are out there and my guides, we come up with a million ideas.
Yeah, I do when I'm in that mood. I'm like, oh, I get really excited.
Yeah. And I don't want to film while I'm out there because I really want to be in the moment. So I just have to figure out the time, which is part of what my astrology is telling me to do anyway, right now. So, yeah.
So you don't think that, do you think you get clients
From
from?
social media. I don't necessarily think so. It's not when I ask people where they hear of me from, it's, word of mouth is a big thing, is a big deal. Testimonials. So there's that. And also just being affiliated with our teacher and the network that she has, as well as the community that we have. That's also really important. And I feel like, what's so interesting is if part of the whole human experience that we're facing right now is this disconnection from one another, disconnection from nature, disconnection from the divine, what better way than to foster a sense of community by getting by working with the community, being a part of a community that helps grow the business. Like that, when I say that, like I can see the ripple effects of all of us. We're helping one another grow in their intuitive abilities, but we're also helping clients, we're helping animals be heard, all this stuff. I think it all that to me feels so much better than social
I
media.
did think about that. I thought, if I was going to put my energy into it more, I should be putting more energy into communicating with our people, i.e. Danielle's community, and making more of an effort to post on that rather than pushing my own business stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need to think about it. Well, it sounds we both need to think about it a lot more.
Yeah. We will just continue this conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
think so.
yeah. So just knowing that we're busy.
And for I just want to say a bit about, because we'll be beyond Christmas, won't we?
Yeah.
So it's a bit late. I was going to give some advice about taking care of yourselves, because it's a really difficult time for people, I think, especially women. I'm sorry, but especially women.
Oh, I think you still can, because this episode would appear on right after the first of the year. And that's a good time to really kind of take a step, make sure you've reset everything. Or we can just release this earlier too. I don't care. So.
Well, I was thinking that I know you want to take some time off. I didn't know whether we were going to take a couple of weeks off.
We can talk about that in a second.
Okay, and we'll let you know. Well, you'll know, because we'll either be there or we won't be there.
We may or may not. We'll see what we're doing. Okay. So with that, I'll just say happy 2023 to all of our wonderful viewers, subscribers. We so appreciate you. We're so happy that you're here with us every week. Thank you so, so much. Thanks for sharing us with your friends too. We appreciate that. Love that you all have subscribed to the channel too. Thank you so much. This is Making Light to Humans Being. I'm Julie Hirt. With me, as always, is Kate Fago. We will see you next week or the week after. We'll post something and let y'all know if we're going to take a little pause. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Happy 2023. May it be the best year yet. We'll see you soon.